informatics major here at the University of South Carolina Upstate. The name of my project is called The Unknown. It's a little different from my peers. I start off with the story and then get into the facts, so we're just gonna go ahead. Okay, so me meeting my roommate was the beginning of this life-changing situation. Sophomore year, I got new roommates. Of course, I didn't know how she would change my life, but within the 2016 to 27 year, our friendship was tested so much throughout that time just because of her sickness, everything that she was going through. Oh no, okay. Whenever we first met to become roommates, we found out that we didn't live that far from each other. So during the summer, we took trips, we came up to the school, we went to the beach, and so like we became really, really good friends in such a short amount of time. And I don't know how, but we were really good friends. So after 1 month of school, so in like September is when all her symptoms started occurring. She would have hives and couldn't stop itching. They would be like all over her legs, all over her arms. And it would be at random times. She would just like wake up in the middle of the night, or be whenever she woke up in the morning, or just during the day she would have hives just like all over her, like she ate something she was allergic to. She would also have like random allergic reactions. Her throat would swell up, her lip would swell up, her face would sometimes swell up. And so it was like a constant thing every day. We would have to either go to the emergency room or either I'd have to come meet her with her EpiPen, because since she had these allergic reactions so much and we never knew what it was from, I had an EpiPen. She had an EpiPen in her car. We had an EpiPen in the room. We had EpiPens everywhere just because. And whenever she got sick, she worked around kids, so of course kids get you sick a lot. Whenever she got sick, she would stay sick for 2 to 3 months and could never get better, and we never knew why. Finally, her mom made her an appointment at MUSC, which is the Medical University of South Carolina. Since they're like a research study school, they could research and find out what the main problem is, because it was so reoccurring. She didn't have her appointment until January of that next year, and it took so long to get there. Like we were just so ready for a change. Finally, after all the doctor's visits, like none of the doctors knew what the problem was. They just said she was allergic to this, and she was allergic to that, and she was allergic to this. So her allergy list was so long to where we finally figured out like it can't just be that she's allergic to it. The name of her disease is chronic idiopathic urticaria, which is a very, very, very rare immune disorder. It's where it causes hives everywhere and causes allergic reactions just for no reason. It's just because her body is attacking itself. Like her skin cells and her immune system is attacking itself, which is why she could never get better whenever she got sick. It is stated in the website that I have shown that the autoimmune disease diseases are more researched, and there's more money spent on than it is on cancer research, because they're so like. Researchers have identified from 80 to 100 different autoimmune diseases, because there's an autoimmune disease with like just about every organ in your body, and then there are non-organal autoimmune diseases. It's the top 10 leading causes of death in females. These right here are the most common types, which is rheumatoid arthritis, vitiligo, multiple sclerosis, and alopecia. Those are the only ones I could fit on that chart because they're in such large numbers. There are of course a rare type, CUI and autoimmune pancreatitis. I couldn't fit on the other chart because it was just like a flat line of a zero, since they're so rare, and she had both of them. So the two most rare types of the autoimmune disease was the CIU and the one in the pancreatitis. There's no cure for this. There's only a way to manage it. So every month she has to drive to Charleston and get a shot called Xolair. She can't take certain medicines such as aspirin, or she'll have another allergic reaction. And it's a lot of things that she has to stay away from. So I never thought that I would care for a person as much as I did. I was always like, every man for himself. But there are times where I had to put her before I put myself, just because she is such a good friend and I cared for her so much, and I knew she would do the same for me, to where I chose to do that. I chose to put her before me at sometimes, and it's like you never know what somebody else is going through, because she could look happy during the day, but then like whenever it got to the house, it was just like itching all over, or we were at the hospital, or staying nights at the hospital, not knowing what was going on. So I'm here to help in any way possible. And that's fine.
Thank you.